we are going to start standing. So let's find your space on the mat. First of all, we're going to do a posture check. So just ground your feet into the floor. Press the corners of the feet down. And we're just going to start with your rock, just gently back and forth. Just rock. Take the weight from the balls of the feet to the heels with a slight bend in the knee. And just rock. Find the natural rhythm. And when you're ready, just bring it to a stop. With the weight evenly distributed in the balls of your feet and your heels. Give your toes a little wiggle. You should be able to lift them off the floor quite easily. And just bend the knees. Give the pelvis a slight tilt forward. Roll the shoulders back so the hands are just softly at the side of the body. And just tilt the chin slightly so you've got the spine in a nice straight line. We're just going to take a nice deep breath in. Breathe in all the way to the corners of the body and breathe out. Relax the shoulders down to the floor. Take a deep breath in and breathe it out. So we're staying breathing in through the nose and out through the nose this morning. And we're just going to work the top of the spine for a second. So we're just going to take the head over to the right shoulder. Bringing it through center, round the other way, just in a speed that feels natural to you. You don't need to go with me, just go with your own rhythm. Making sure to relax the knees. I think I'm going to have a t-shirt printed on that just says knees with an exclamation mark. And just bring it back to center and just rest there when you're ready. We're going to work the arms with the breath now. So we're going to take a deep breath in, bringing the hands all the way up to the sky. Breathing in and breathing out. Just relax them all the way down. Just have a check of your feet. Your toes should still be free. You should still be able to wiggle them. And when you lift the hands to the top, just start to lift the gaze all the way up as well. So on the down, on the out breath, take the gaze down to the toes. On the in-breath, bring the hands up and through. Just tip the gaze up to the fingertips. And just work with the breath. Find your own natural rhythm here. Breathing in to come up. Breathing out. Take it down. On the next in-breath, when we get to the top, we're just going to open out to the right. So on the out-breath, we're going to open out with a little twist. So you're going to take your left hand round to the front. Coming back up through center. On the out-breath, just open out slightly to the left. So your right hand is coming out to the front, palms facing up. Coming back through center and breathing out. And just take a slight back bend here as well. Breathing in to come up. And just open out to the left. On the next in-breath, we're going to stay up through center, reaching tall. I'd like you to take your hands to prayer. You can't see them off the screen. Just take your hands to prayer position. And then on the out-breath, we're going to take a side bend. Just tip it over and take the right hand all the way down. And just make sure you haven't tipped over in the front shoulder. Open up to the sky. On an in-breath, take the hand back up through heart center, tip it over the other side, and then release the hand down to the side. Open the chest up to the sky, make sure you haven't curled in. We're going to do one more either side. So coming back through center, hands to prayer, tip it over, and then release the hand over to the side. Work with the breath again, so you've got a nice rhythm there. You're not going slow, but you're not going super fast either. Hands to prayer, tip it over. Take it up, hands to prayer. We're just going to take a slight back bend here. So just lift the gaze all the way up to the ceiling, leaning back, slide the shoulders down the back. And breathing out, we're going to take a roll down. So I'm going to change position now so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to roll all the way down. Just tilt the chin, tilt the tailbone all the way down to the floor. And I'd just like you to hang here first of all. Just relax the head, feel the stretch down the back of the legs. And I'd like you to cross your hands over at the front and just use the weight of the arms to relax the head down to the floor. Use the weight of the arms to increase the stretch. You don't need straight legs here, guys. A nice micro bend is all you need. We'll straighten out the legs in a second. So on the out breath, drop the hands down to the floor. And we're just going to lift the gaze, come into a flat back. If you like, you can open the legs out so they're a little bit straighter. Again, don't force them. Don't make it a really quick movement. Just open them out nice and slowly. Then relax into your forward bend again. So we're going to take 2 more here. So lift the gaze, straighten out the legs, lift the chest, lift the eye line. And breathing out, relax into your forward fold. We're going to take 1 more, flat back, lift it up. Straighten out the legs and relax the knees back to your forward fold. We're going to take a twist in this position. So you've all done this before. You're going to straighten your right leg and you're going to release your right arm all the way up to the ceiling, taking the gaze round to the fingertips on the right hand. Trying to maintain those long in breaths and long out breaths. And release that hand down. We're going to take it to the other side. So bend in the right knee, straighten in the left knee. We're going to release the left hand up to the sky, taking the gaze round to the fingertips on the left hand. On the out breath, release the left hand, 1 more either side. Straighten the right leg, lift the right arm up to the sky. Twist the chest round to the ceiling as much as you can. And release that right hand down to the floor. Left hand this time up to the sky. You should be able to get a little bit more in your twist this time. And relax the hand down to the floor. Okay, we're going to step out to plank now, guys. So you should be feet flat on the floor, bent knees. This shouldn't be too much of a step. We're going to step it out. 1 foot, then the other. Staying strong in your plank. Tilt the pelvis under. We're going to go down to the floor, lower down. Uncurl the toes. We're going to do 3 waves here in Cobra. Lift it up. Squeeze the elbows into the sides. Breathing out. Take it down. Breathing in to come up. Breathing out to go down. Breathing in to come up. Breathing out to go down. We're going to stay down this morning. We're going to do some back work, okay? So keep your hands where they are. And first of all, I'd like you to keep the tops of your feet on the floor as well, okay? So your chest is just slightly lifted. We're going to lift the hands off the floor, cactus arms. Breathing in here, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press the top of the feet into the floor. Breathing out, taking your hands out in front of you like a swimming motion. So just keep the gaze on the top of the fingers. We're going to breathe in, squeeze the shoulders together. You might find you raise off the floor a little bit more. Breathing out, take it down, out in front. Breathing in to come up. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Breathing out, take it down. 1 more, breathing in. And take it all the way out. We're going to keep it here. Keep breathing. Keep the hands a couple of inches off the floor. Then we're going to swim the hands all the way around to the back. Palms facing upwards. And we're just going to lift the feet off the floor. If you don't want to lift the feet off the floor, guys, just keep it here. Keep the chest raised. Lift the toes off the floor. And breathe. So palms are facing up. Toes are off the floor. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. You're working your core. Hold, hold, hold. Keep breathing. Relax the face. And relax the feet and the hands back to the floor. So just take your hands out to the front. Make a little pillow for your forehead. And just rock the hips back and forth. We're going to take a shoulder opener here on the floor as well. So again, you have done this with me before. So we're going to take our right hand out to the side, in line with the shoulder. We're going to take our left hand to press up position, just by the side of your left armpit. Then you're going to lift your left knee up to about 45 degrees. Relax your head down to the floor and just press away from the floor with your left hand. So you're using the weight of the body and the pressure in that left hand to open out the shoulder. And breathe into the stretch. So your right hand, the palm is on the floor. I'm just going to take a sneaky look at everyone here. So if you can, relax your head down to the floor as well. You'll probably find that will increase the stretch. Lovely stuff. And just relax the left hand back down to the floor. Take the left knee down to the side of the body. And we're just going to take the other side. So let's set up. You're going to take your left hand out to the side of the body with the palm facing on the floor. Then take your right hand to your press up position, keeping your head and chest low. We're going to lift your right knee this time up to about 90 degrees. And then just press away through that right hand, opening the chest round to the ceiling as much as you can. Keep the head low, open up that shoulder. And keep the pressure there. So light pressure through the right hand. Keep breathing. I'm going to take a sneaky look at everyone. And just relax it back down to the floor. Release the hands, release the leg. Take your hands back to your press up position. We're going to curl the toes. We're going to press back up through plank. And then we're going to walk the hands back this morning. So bend the knees, walk the hands back. We're coming all the way back up through standing. So take the hands out to the side with you. Here we go. We're going to take a short back bend here. Lift the gaze up to the ceiling. Relax the knees. And we're going to sit down into chair. So tip the chest forward. We're going to come into that squat. So have a check of your knees as well. Make sure they're pointing in the same way as your feet. Lift the gaze to the top of the mat. Reach up through the hands. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in to prepare. Then we're going to take the hands through heart center. We're going to come into twisted chair. So we're going to take the left elbow to the right knee. Taking it up and through. Press down through the hands. Make sure you're getting the most out of that twist. Make sure you've got some space in this right armpit as well. It hasn't collapsed down here. If your fingers are out there, turn them back in. And just take the gaze up to the ceiling. We're going to come back through center, release the chair. We are, because I'm nice today, we're going to come all the way back up to standing, release it. Take a small back bend here, back down into chair. So take that squat, knees facing forward. Then we're going to twist it. So hands together in prayer position and twist that chair. So keep the knees facing forward the same way as the toes. Lift the gaze all the way up to the ceiling. Make sure you're not collapsing in that shoulder. So keep pressing the hands together. We're going to do one more each side. So we're going to come back up through center, release the chair. Lift the gaze up to the ceiling. Breathe it out, set it back up, back to chair. And back into the twist. So taking the left elbow to the right knee. And really look up to the ceiling. Release the chair, coming back through center. Take the hands all the way up. Stop for a short back bend. Lift the gaze, soft knees. Bringing the hands back through heart center, down into that twisted chair. So press the palms together. Really apply a little bit of pressure there this morning. And keep your feet facing the same way as your knees. Coming back through center, back through chair. We're staying here. Woo, who is going to stand up? So just play with the chair as well. Your weight should be in the heels. Lift the chest up. As we come all the way back through standing, take your back bend. Then we're going to roll all the way down. Okay, so we're rolling all the way back down again. And we're going to walk it out. Downward facing dog, first downward dog of the morning. Okay, so walk it out. Play with your downward dog. You can walk the feet if you like. Taking some nice deep breaths. I don't know what it's like with you, but it suddenly got very hot here, hot and sticky. And just walk the feet, one foot then the other. So we're going to lift the gaze. We're going to take our normal 3-leg repeats here. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to make it a little more challenging this morning. We're going to take our right leg up. We're going to take the right leg to the right armpit this time. Okay, woo! Right leg up. We're going to take it through to the left armpit. So you've got to twist through the core. And then on the third one, we're going to take it back to the right armpit. Hold it there. Press, press, press. Back through center, knee to chest. And then replace it there in your lunge. Good bit of core this morning, eh? Okay, keep breathing. Nice deep breaths in. You're going to lift both of your hands off the floor. We're going to stay into working core. We're not lifting all the way up to crescent. We're going to swim the hands here. So we're going to pull them all the way back. Cactus arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathing out in front. Breathing in, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathing out. One more. Breathing in, shoulder blades together, staying strong in that front leg. Take it all the way back. And then we're going to lift up to crescent. Whew, heavy in the legs, heavy in the core. So have a check of your knee again. You're looking for a nice straight line in your knee and your ankle. And then we're going to breathe out to a twist this morning, okay? So we're going to take our left arm forward, right arm goes back, twist through the core. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Dropping that right arm through, we're going to lift it back to crescent, coming back through the center. Lift the gaze up to the ceiling. And then cartwheel the hands all the way back to the floor, back to your lunge. Step back to plank. We're taking it down through cobra. Breathing out, take it down. Breathe it in and curl the toes. Shine the chest forward. Breathing out, press back up to plank. And back up, downward facing dog. Brilliant. So here we go on the other side. Walk the feet. And remember, we've made it a bit tougher this morning, okay? So we're going to go left leg up. Your left leg is going to go to your left armpit. Take it up to the sky. Left leg to right armpit. Twist. And on the third one, you're going to take it back to the left armpit. You're going to hold it there. Hold, 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 breathe. Bring it through center. Press the chest away. And drop it through to lunge. Brilliant work this morning, guys. Well done. That's a toughie. So check your alignment here. Both feet should be facing forward. Remember, we're going to lift both hands off the floor. So your body is parallel, okay? So we're still working core. Your weight is in your front leg. We're going to breathe in. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathing out to the front. That's one. Breathing in, squeeze the shoulders together. Breathing out. That's two. One more. Breathing in, shoulders together. Breathing out. Then we're going to turn the palms so they're facing. We're going to lift up through crescent. Drop into the front knee. And we're going to twist open to the left-hand side. So your right palm is facing the left. Staying strong in that twist. Take your gaze round to the right, to the left hand if you can. My left and right are all over the place this morning. We're going to drop the left hand all the way down and through. Back up to crescent. Lift the gaze. And cartwheel the hands all the way down to the floor. Step it back through plank. Then we're going to lower down, cobra. And curl the toes. Lift the gaze. Shine the heart forward. Breathing out, take it down. Curl the toes again, pressing back through plank. Pressing back up and through. Downward facing dog. Whew, a bit breathless this morning as well. Wow. Okay, we're going to lift the gaze, guys. And if you can, I'd like you to step or jump to the front of the mat. So we're having a bit of air this morning. So you can either step or just bend the knees and just jump all the way up. Brilliant. We're going to come up and through. Lift the gaze at the top, palms facing each other. And then we're going to drop all the way back. Roll it down, down to the floor. Lift the gaze, take one flat back here. Straighten out the legs if you can. Don't force them into a straight line. And relax into your forward fold and just let it hang here. So let's cross the hands again, cross the arms, use the weight. So we're kind of top and tailing because we're back to where we started from. Breathe. We're going to take it to the floor. We're going to do a couple of floor poses. And then we'll finish in our final resting pose. And just drop the hands to the floor. Cross the feet over at the ankles. And just walk the hands back and through. Okay, so I'm going to move so you can see where I am. Just take your feet out to the front, first of all, and just release the glutes away from the muscles there. And we're going to take one foot in. Who was here yesterday? I think everyone was, apart from Beck. So we did this yesterday. We're just going to take a recline in a tree pose. So it's the same move we do normally standing up. So I'd just like you to take your right foot and just place it above or below the knee. Maybe if you normally go below the knee standing, you could take it above the knee this time. Same pose, just drop the right knee out to the side. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, find the length through the spine, drop the shoulders, and breathe it out, taking it over that front leg. And just relax the head down onto the top of the leg. Drop the knee down to the side. And breathing out. I don't know if it's the heat this morning, but that feels like a very sweaty practice this morning. I don't know if anyone else is feeling like that. Yeah. And breathing out. Lift the gaze, bring it up. And what I'd like you to do here is lift your right foot up, and we're going to tuck our left foot underneath, okay? So you're kind of in a half lotus here now as well. So again, you might need to adjust the sit bones, but we're going to take a forward fold here as well. So you're really going to feel this in your hip, okay? So breathing in to come up again, find the length, pull up out to the pelvis, and drop it forward on the out breath over the front of the legs. Here we go. And breathing out. So you should feel in this in your hip much more than you would if you were in a normal cross-leg position. So just take it as far as you want this morning. You might like to walk your fingertips out a little bit further. Maybe get a little bit more. And then just release the hands, walk the hands back into the body. We're going to do the other side. So just rearrange your legs. We're going to take the right leg out. So the left leg this time is either above or below the knee, the same as you would if you were standing. Maybe you can get it above the knee this time. Adjust how you're sitting. Drop the left knee out to the side. We're going to bring the hands up and through. Find the length before we always fold over. And breathing out, take it over to the floor. Just relax into that stretch. Drop the left knee out to the floor. And with every out breath, see if you can drop your head a little bit further. And then lift the gaze, walk the hands back in. We're going to do the same as we did on the other side. So just lift your left foot up a little bit. You're going to tuck your right foot in underneath, resting your left foot on top. Release the sit bones again. Come in, bring the hands up and through, find the length. Breathing out, drop the hands over the front. So stretching out that left hip this time. And breathe. Breathe it out. Just relax the head down to the floor. You might like to walk the fingers a little bit closer out in front of you as well. And just maintaining those same long in-breaths and out-breaths. Natural rhythm of the breathing here. And then just walk the hands back into the body. We're going to swing the legs round. And then just roll it down back to your final resting pose this morning. So relax the feet out to the sides. Relax the hands out to the side as well, palms facing upwards. You might like to close your eyes here as well this morning. And with every out breath, just imagine you're relaxing further. Excuse me, further down into the floor. Excuse my sneezing. When you breathe in, send the breath out to the corners of the body, send it down to the toes, send it down to the fingertips. And with every out breath, empty those lungs and relax further down into the floor. Feel the contact points with the floor. The floor is with you all day, every day, supporting you. There's a reason these techniques are called grounding techniques, and it's all to do with the earth. So just feel it support you here at the floor, underneath the heels, at the back of the calves, at the lower back, on the back of the hands, on the back of the elbows, at the shoulder blades, at the back of the head. Feel it support you, feel it take your weight. It's there all day for you. If you're feeling a little bit stressed or in your head, or you may be a little bit frantic in your thinking, a really good technique is to take your shoes and socks off and just walk around with bare feet, maybe outside. Outside is a really good place to do it, and just focus on how the ground feels underneath your feet. So concentrate on if it's hot, if it's cold, if there's grass. It's a really, really good calming technique. Quiet your mind, barefoot, outside. Inside on tiles as well. It's quite good. Breathing out, relaxing down into the floor. And we're just going to return to the physical body, unfortunately. I know some people think this is the best bit of the class. So just return to the physical body. Wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, return to the physical sensation here on the mat. And then when you're ready, come back up to sitting, cross legs. And just relax the wrists down onto the top of the knees. Roll the shoulders. Tilt the chin. And just relax the knees down to the floor and the shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in, relax it further down to the floor. On the next in breath, we're going to take our hands up and through, really shine the heart forward, collect the energy of the practice this morning, pull it down through into the body to take with you for the rest of the day. But definitely, guys, barefoot if you're feeling a bit stressed or a bit in your head. Take your shoes and socks off, do a couple of laps. You'll be surprised. It's awesome. So thank you very much for practicing with me today. It's been lovely. Don't forget, we've got boot camp a little bit later.